symptom of PCOD or PCOS is hirsutism, which is excessive facial hair or body hair. To touch upon hair removal, it's a very, very important aspect of the society. It's just not beauty and cosmetology. Laser is only and only a cosmetic treatment. It is not treating your hormones. Like I see a lot of PCOD patients coming to me and they feel that laser will treat their PCOD. Sun does damage, which is called photo aging. So you should start using sunblock at the age of 6 months. So that we bring skincare to everyone who is sitting in any nook and corner of India. It doesn't have to be just for the patients who are coming to ISAAC, but for everyone who wants to start their skincare journey sitting at home.
To another episode of MissMinds, where we're already there, inspiring you with a lot of stories. Today we have with us Dr. Geetika Mittal Gupta, who is an aesthetic physician with the vision of providing state-of-the-art skin and hair treatments to her client, which are safe, effective, and provide long-term results. She founded ISAAC Luxe in 2012, a chain of aesthetic clinics in India, available in Delhi, NCR, Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, Goa, and Hyderabad. Not only this, Dr. Geetika has been an active participant in numerous national and international conferences, including ICAD, AMWC, and IMCAS in Paris. Her insightful contributions have extended to engaging as Cosmopolitan and Asian Spa magazine. A hearty welcome, ma'am, to our show here. And we are really excited to know more about what you do, how you do, and what inspired you to get into this field. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thanks, Shilpa. Thanks for such a warm welcome. And it's indeed a privilege, and I'm elated to be here. So let's shoot all the questions. Happy to share whatever I have with all the audience.
Definitely. So, ma'am, your journey is really inspiring, but what first sparked your interest in dermatology and what led to the creation of ISAAC Luxe, your skincare line, Skin by Dr. G? What was the motivation behind?
That's a lovely question to begin with. So when I completed my MBBS degree, I'm a graduate in MBBS degree from Government Medical College, Patiala. So when I finished my MBBS, I was very thrilled with the idea of being a doctor, but I did not know that where does my love lie when it comes to different specialties. There were different departments that we are introduced to during our MBBS, where we get experience, we do a lot of learning. But then I came to Delhi, and that's when I got introduced to this new rising star of aesthetics. It was very, very nascent and new. I'm talking about 18, 20 years back. And I could sense there is so much that is needed, because these are not necessarily services for which a patient needs to go to the hospital. These are services for which you just need, they arise based on your want. They are not your need of the hour as such. So you need to go to a space which is talking to you, which is spending time with you, just not, in a rush or emergency environment or quick in, quick out, who does more bespoke, services. So understanding from there, I started gaining experience at various clinics. I worked in a lot of hospitals also. And then I got myself more, let's say, knowledgeable when it comes to the field of aesthetics, because it was rising in the West, not in India as much. And also when it comes to aesthetics, it was so much more in Thailand, in Korea, even back then. So I did my board certification in American Academy of Aesthetics, and then I also did my diploma from Cardiff University, London, in practical dermatology, to make myself more equipped and knowledgeable. And after gaining experience with a lot of knowledgeable doctors and aesthetic institutes, and also equipping myself with the knowledge, I came up with the idea of ISAAC. It was a dream that I had always dreamt, that what should a aesthetic clinic look like. And once that dream was solid enough in my mind, I gained all the knowledge I could at that point of time and put it together to make my vision fulfilled. And of course, then further on, COVID had come, and that gave me a lot of time to pursue my second passion of skincare. And that's when I devised Skin by Dr. G, so that we bring skincare to everyone who is sitting in any nook and corner of India. It doesn't have to be just for the patients who are coming to ISAAC, but for everyone who wants to start their skincare journey sitting at home.
Wow, that's lovely. Uh, so when we talk about skincare and hair care, so many things are coming up nowadays on social media. So how important are nutrition, hydration, and workout routines in achieving healthy skin and hair? And if you could share some essential dietary and lifestyle habits that truly reflect on one's appearance.
Absolutely. There is no shortcut to, looking how you want to look perfect every moment. A good night's sleep will always reflect in the morning. It will definitely lessen those dark circles. It will also lessen that puffiness. Because if you're not getting that beautiful beauty sleep, then your body is going to get into stress. And stress releases more cortisol, which also induces testosterone, more oil secretion, which leads to sebum clogging of the pores and thus acne. So, in your lifestyle, you need to have a stress free environment, including some activities like meditation or just general walk in the nature or sleeping well at night, which reduces stress, are very, very important. Secondly, when it comes to diet, being in the industry, I definitely can vouch that diet has a very, very important role. Yes, it's true that whatever you are inside, it also reflects on the outside. So, a diet which is very, very less on inflammation causing foods like dairy, sugar, these are the foods which cause a lot of inflammation in the body, which starts showing on the skin like redness, rashes, or even acne. That's important. To start having a diet which is anti inflammatory and is low on the acidic content and more alkaline in nature, that will really reflect beautifully on the skin.
So rather than going for so many skincare and hair care products, I think more essential is we focus on what we eat, how we live, and the way we live. If I'm not wrong.
It's all together. I'm never going to say don't use skincare, don't use hair care. We
Okay.
all need to choose wisely from every area.
So it's a balance between both, not just the one who
Absolutely.
cannot help
Absolutely.
with amazing skin and hair. Uh, so there's one more thing that is in talk of town these days, that's about the cosmetic procedures. So lately there has been a lot of concern over cosmetic procedures like hair transplant after reports of complications and few death scenarios that have happened. So, what is your take on the safety of such treatments, and how should one evaluate basically whether they are the right candidate to go for the procedure or not, or if they can have any complications later? How to
See, there
determine?
are two aspects of these things and these scenarios. It's very sad, first of all, that something like this has happened. And I think the medical fraternity needs to take it up seriously in laying down certain, standards as to where the procedures should be allowed and should not be allowed, who should be allowed to undertake the procedures, and the standardization has to come. We have to take responsibility. And even as a patient, I think the responsibility lies in the hands of the patient, where the patient should be informed what clinic is the patient going to. Is it coming recommended enough? Is the doctor approved enough? Is the doctor educated enough? Does the doctor carry enough experience? Who is going to be performing the procedure inside the treatment room? That is something very, very important. And then, having understood, you should also know what are the other options available. Sometimes hair transplant surgery, like in this example, was being talked about. Sometimes there are so many more options also available rather than straight away jumping into a surgery or getting under the knife. There are various non-surgical safer options available. So it's important for one to first of all get educated on their own, and secondly, standardization of the medical practice is very, very important. Not everyone can be a surgeon. Not everyone can be practicing aesthetics or aesthetic cosmetic science or dermatology. They have to be well trained. They have to be working under a proper gamut of equipment technology, because not every laser also for that matter is considered equal. US FDA approved devices should be used. So all this standardization is important when it comes to the clinics. And as per the patient, they should be well informed. They should feel free to ask as many questions and then make wise choices and decisions.
So, information before going for any procedure, knowing the right thing and the right place to get it done.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, I see girls these days going for a lot of laser treatment, like laser hair reduction, waxing, shaving. Uh, each of these methods that are there comes with its own pros and cons. So, if you could break down how they compare and what causes issues like the most common one, like strawberry legs. What can we do to prevent them and differentiate between the different methods like laser reduction or waxing or shaving? Which one should be the most go-through option?
No, no. Shilpa, this question is a very, very vast question, let me say. I wish I could assimilate all my patient experiences and treatment options in just few minutes that we have together. But I think what you're trying to ask me is more about the options for hair removal. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because strawberry legs is a completely different issue altogether. But yes, to touch upon hair removal, it's a very, very important aspect of the society. It's just not beauty and cosmetology, as we may like to say, but it is also an aspect of hygiene. Because if someone has very thick, coarse hair or is hormonally imbalanced and has a lot of hair growth happening, it can not only lead to ingrown hair, but it can also lead to strawberry legs or keratosis pilaris. It aggravates, and it also can lead to other issues, your psychological issues, because definitely when you are going to go out, be it in athletics or be in the society, you would want certain type of hygiene to be maintained. And ingrown hair is one of the major things that I see people these days, because with travel and friction and with excessive shaving of the hair and excessive waxing, ingrown hair tends to increase. And even strawberry skin or the keratosis pilaris, as we like to say, if someone is predisposed to it, that increases with waxing and shaving. So there are various methods available, as we all talk about. There is waxing, which is just putting that hot wax or sugar wax on the skin and then ripping it off. A, it's very traumatic. I don't like it, giving trauma to the skin. B, it causes a lot of friction. Today itself, I saw 3 patients who are waxing their face. And that's a strict no-no. That can cause burn, acne, sagging of the skin, and allergic reactions. So waxing is very, very traumatic. I would never expose myself or my children to waxing, because that causes a lot of pain also, and there's also leading to skin sensitivity, and burn can happen, and especially on the face, it's a strict no. Second comes shaving. Shaving is a good alternative if you want to do something at home which is safe, but of course you need to keep repeating it, because with shaving we are just removing hair on the top. It's like cutting the tree right there. The root is still at the bottom. So when the root comes out, you feel that the hair growth after shaving is thicker, but it's just the root which has come out. So shaving is good, but you need to maintain the hygiene. You need to maintain the blade. You need to have a proper technique so that you don't cut yourself and you don't cause ingrown hair or cause infection for that matter. Then comes bleaching. I see a lot of girls bleaching their face. Bleaching is hydrogen peroxide, which is loaded with chemicals and can cause skin sensitivity. That's again something that I would want to inform people that, we always hide away from laser or any other thing saying it's chemicals or it's something else or it's scientific. I want to do something at home. Bleach is really, really very harmful for the skin. You need to prep up your skin. You need to make sure that you also protect your skin from sun damage and moisturize well, because a lot of patients come to me with skin sensitivity after bleaching. Then there are methods like threading, which can be done for smaller areas, because if you cover bigger areas with threading, it's very painful. I'm sure all of us have been exposed to it. And again, it is only taking the hair on the top. The root is still inside, so it's a very temporary solution. And then there are hair removal creams. Hair removal creams, we all, I think, have experienced it one way or the other in our life. It has side effects of, darkening of the skin and skin sensitivity. I would not suggest doing that, because it is, again, not very safe. Now, when we talk about science, then the solution lies with laser hair reduction. And nowadays, the devices which have come out that supposedly that I use at ISAAC Luxe clinics is Soprano devices, which are Alma, titanium, and platinum. These are US FDA approved devices. These have been FDA cleared to be used for targeting the melanin in the hair follicle for reduction of the hair growth. That's how it works. It is not going to go inside the skin, deeper inside the body, harm the organs or anything else. The only and only target of laser is the melanin, the dark pigment of the hair. That's how it works. You would need multiple sessions, maybe 6 sessions or 8 sessions, depending on the type of growth that a patient has or the kind of lifestyle, be it their hormones they have. And that will depend on the sessions. But this is what is going to give you logical hair reduction over a period of time. Patients generally come in and then we start with their laser sessions once every month. Then slowly the gap increases to once every 2 months and once every 3 months. And the best part is that these treatments with laser are virtually painless with the right device, meaning you don't even need a numbing cream. Even the intimate areas can be done or treated with laser hair reduction without any numbing cream. The only precaution you need to take after laser hair reduction is don't wear tight clothes, put sunblock, moisturize your skin well so that your skin is protected and allowed to heal. That's all.
That was some detailed explanation about everything.
Yeah, that was just one topic. That's I can go on and on. It's one of my favorite topics.
So many girls out there would love to hear this because there is no proper information available in a collated manner, that can give, uh, pros and cons of all the things and let girls know out there what is best suited for them. Because
And also, if you're talking about girls, I would like to, put it out there. Laser is only and only a cosmetic treatment. It is not treating your hormones. Like I see a lot of PCOD patients coming to me and they feel that laser will treat their PCOD. No. Your PCOD or PCOS is a hormonal issue or a lifestyle based issue which needs to be treated individually. That is internal. We are only doing a cosmetic treatment. A symptom of PCOD or PCOS is hirsutism, which is excessive facial hair or body hair. It is just targeting that.
So first of all, you've broken a lot of stigma around laser treatment because people are so afraid to get it done, thinking that waxing or shaving is a much better option rather than laser. But then what you said today is like breaking the common norm that this is equally safe and can be done if you want to, and it's nothing to be avoided. If I'm putting it right,
I think much more safe.
much.
Shilpa, it is much more safe, safer, time efficient, and it is also going to give you much more long lasting results.
I've personally thought of laser so many times, and I used to research articles like, is there any underlying effect of it or something like that. But eventually, my guide who was there, the person I was going to, she taught me and she briefed me so well. So then I started my sessions too, and you were
Nice.
there telling this. So it's really,
Lovely.
and it's good for people out there to know from an expert that this is a very safe option.
Yes.
Dr. Geetika, I hope you must have seen the trend of having this flawless, glass-like skin these days. And you've worked with so many celebrities also, and their smooth texture and flawless skin is so much admired these days. Uh, so there are two questions. What is the ritual or the treatment behind this? And how much role or what I would say space does Korean skincare hold in our routine? Because there's a
Okay,
lot of talk
so
going
we're talking about the glass skin that everyone talks about, especially in the Korean pretext, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So of course, we all want the glassy, glowy skin, but that's absolutely a fake norm to have because we all have pores. Pores are the biology of our skin. We all have pores. There is no way possibility that someone has no pore on their skin. But pores can be lesser on certain skin types depending on their genetics and how well they take care of their skin and their skin type. Okay. So, glass skin, when we say we think about a skin which has no pores, it is reflecting light and it is just shining. So, breaking it down from there, this is the definition of glass skin. So, to have that skin, first of all, we need to look at our genetics. How is the skin like in our genetics? Secondly, we need to look at our lifestyle. Like if a smoker is coming to me, it is just impossible for me to give them a glass skin because smoking causes more damage to the skin, the passive smoke which is on the face. And someone who's not applying sunblock and is just photo damaging the skin. So we need to know your lifestyle, your skincare routine. That starts at home. Because if you have blackheads, whiteheads, the texture on the skin will never let the light reflect. Then comes the treatments that you are doing. Treatments which are going to help with the glass skin are definitely called skin boosters. Let me just put it out there. These skin boosters are going to hydrate and plump up the skin so that your skin looks very glossy, shiny, and just reflect out the light to make it look very, very hydrated. Because a hydrated skin, that's like just think of an apple which is dry and shriveled and a nice juicy apple. So the difference is the hydration. We need to hydrate it and we need to lock it. So a healthy skin which is hydrated and locked enough, that is what we want.
Okay. So, Dr. Geetika, I have this personal question. As I can see you right in front of me, you have such flawless skin, and I suppose you've colored your hair as well, or is this your natural hair color?
No, no, I have streaks in my head. Yeah.
So my next question was anyways revolving around this, the uh, myth around coloring hair. There are so many myths around. So even if I want to color my hair, my mother is strict. No, no, black hair is the only thing, the natural one that you have. But I love coloring when I see people. But there are a lot of myths around it, like it can damage your hair. It can, the future hair that is going to come will also be damaged. So is it true or is it just some misinformation roaming around?
The hair color is generally chemicals. There are definitely vegetable colors also available in the market, which are natural, but we suggest them to people who are allergic to chemical dyes or colors. So, vegetable colors are meant for them. But generally, hair colors are all chemicals. And yes, they are damaging if you don't protect your hair, because that will definitely make your hair more weaker. It will make it more prone to breakage. It will make it more sun sensitive. So, with the idea or the love or the passion to do hair coloring also comes responsibility to take care of the hair.
So that we get from the person we get the hair color done, or is it there is
No,
some
back at home, just making sure that you use hair conditioners regularly, making sure you don't overheat your hair or use a lot of heating styling at home, and making sure you wear a scarf or a cap when you're out in the sun so that the UV rays don't damage your hair. So that is home care.
Okay, since we talked about home care and skincare and hair care routine, so any three suggestions about skincare and hair care you could give to everyone that they can follow at home, which is affordable and easy to do for, or something simpler apart if we do not want to go for some treatment or don't want to use some expensive skincare, something that can be done at home which will take good care of our skin and hair.
See, for the skin, it's very simple. Make sure you cleanse your face both morning and night. Don't skip it. If you're wearing makeup, double cleanse for sure. Secondly, you must use one active as per your skin type. Now, generally, vitamin C is something which is suitable for everyone. You can use that every morning, or as active like niacinamide. So that one active as per your skin type that you can include. And third one is, of course, sunblock, which is a must, non-negotiable. You need to use SPF 30 or 50 every 2 to 3 hours when you are out in the sun. And even if it is windy, cloudy, or rainy, you have to apply sunblock. With the hair, definitely it's very important to have a healthy scalp. If you have dandruff, you need to treat it by using anti-dandruff shampoo. Make sure you use shampoo as per your scalp health, because shampoo goes on the scalp and conditioner goes on the lower part of the hair. So every time you shampoo your hair, your scalp, you also use conditioner for the lower part. Conditioner doesn't go here. And then you rinse it off, and make sure you don't use extreme temperature, like not extreme heat on the scalp or the face, because that's really damaging. Don't use styling products without using a heat protectant, because that will further damage the hair.
Okay. So you mentioned about sunblock. You said we need to apply 2 to 3 hours whenever we are out. If we are at home, is it still mandatory to use sunblock? Should we?
So if you're at home with a room full of windows and you're working a lot on laptop or phone or TV, then definitely it'll be a good idea to reapply at least every 3 to 4 hours.
Even with phone and TV.
Because they also have, there are two types of rays, UVA and UVB. And then there's infrared also. So there is infrared lights which come from the bulbs and sometimes the LED. And there is UVA which penetrates through the windows. So we need to protect the skin.
Okay, this is another myth busted that we need to apply sunblock only when we are stepping outside. But on the contrary, we need to use it even at our homes. Girls out there, please watch. I think these are very important tips to attaining a good skin and hair. Okay, Dr. Geetika, now let's move on to something fun and let us get to know you
Mhm.
more. We will have a quick round of rapid fire. No thinking, just the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. What are the most common skincare mistakes people make in their daily routine?
They forget to apply sunblock.
How can someone figure out their skin type and choose the right products accordingly?
Very easy. In the morning, just wash your face. Then on the dry face, without any product on the face, just put a tissue. If there is oil on the tissue, then you have oily skin. If there is no oil and your skin feels just okay, then it is normal. And if your skin is feeling very parched and you feel the need to put some moisture, then you have dry skin.
Awesome. Celebrity with the best skin you have seen up close.
Oh, they are all very nice. They take care of their skin very, very well. I would not like to name it because then that's putting out their name.
Okay.
That's a very tricky question, huh?
Respecting your answer. Are expensive skincare products really better than affordable ones?
No, I won't say that. You need to know your ingredients, read the label.
Facial massage or LED mask? What's your guilty pleasure?
Facial, sorry?
Facial massage or LED mask? What's your guilty?
LED, there's some science to it. But I love both of them.
Okay. If not dermatology, what would you be doing today?
I don't know. Something related to the same. Yeah, I love beauty. I love aesthetics.
You love it so much that you never thought there could be a second
Yeah.
option.
No, that's the only option.
A food you absolutely avoid for the sake of your skin.
Ice cream.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's sugar and dairy together. Both, no.
Uh, what's in your opinion on natural DIY skincare remedies? Are they safe or harmful?
Depends. There are some ingredients that you should not use, and some ingredients are nice. Like I'll tell you what I love. I love using yogurt on the face, avocados, oatmeal, even for that matter, mashed strawberries or mashed banana, or even for that matter, rice powder or rice milk. These are some good ingredients. And you should not use egg and cinnamon or even those exfoliators, which are very hard, grainy structure, because that will damage the skin. Or lemon juice, that will make your skin very sensitive.
Okay. I think lemon juice is something that that is used in all household.
So that makes skin very sensitive to the sun. That's a strict no.
Okay. What's one question you're tired of being asked?
Is sunblock very important?
If you could invent one dream skincare product, what would it be?
That's interesting. Just one product and you're good to go. You don't have to layer or you don't have to use products one after the other. It will make my patient's life much more simpler because it takes me a lot of time to encourage them to use all the products and that all products have a significant importance.
A non-negotiable morning ritual that sets your day up for success.
That will be my morning workout.
Okay, and my last question is when can someone start using anti-aging skincare products?
See, sunblock is also anti-aging in a way because sun does damage, which is called photo-aging. So you should start using sunblock at the age of 6 months.
Oh my God. So is it sunblock for kids also?
Yeah, so kids can use mineral or physical sunblocks, which have no chemicals inside.
Okay. So this was a lovely rapid fire round with you, and we also got to know some very important tips which can help out a lot of folks out there.
Thank
And,
you.
let me ask you one thing. Like we talk a lot about skincare, hair care, and there are so many reels and information and data out there. So, with so many trends on social media, how can we tell what's actually helpful and what's just hype? There are so many products every 2 days,
I
something.
think we all know the answer to that. We need to know whom are we listening to. We all know the answer to that, but sometimes we just refuse to, listen to our brain and we just, want to go with the hype or the trend. We all know the answer. If the expert is giving you some advice, you need to listen to the expert and not just a random influencer. You need to listen to a doctor or a person who comes with a lot of credibility and influence and also has some patient references coming. Do you need to go to that doctor? And once you have gone to a doctor or a clinic which has come through recommendation and good reference and reputation, then at least stick to your doctor's advice for some time. I've seen a lot of patients also, lose patience and start doctor shopping right away. That's not a great idea. So do your research or your homework before and then choose well the doctor who is talking your language and then go for it. Don't fall flat for all the influencers, trends, or gimmicks because what is spoken about, they don't have credibility or any scientific research. Always use your intellect when making such choices.
Awesome. Uh,
Thank you.
so, we've heard about mole removal creams and issues like tanning and such rise in skincare product claims to take care of all these things, the moles or the tanning. So, would you like to debunk some myths around it, like one particular product doing all of this? Because there is a lot of confusion around these topics.
So there are many kind of trends and myths which circulate, and I've done a lot of content on social media where I debunk this. So there is no one particular. There are so many. Like these days, I see a lot of influencers doing face taping and saying you do face taping, you don't need Botox. We need to understand Botox or neurotoxin works on expression lines. These are like muscles which you're moving when you're expressing. So less you express, lesser the lines. So the taping will not replace Botox. Taping will give you some temporary relief and making your skin maybe look more flatter and refreshed, but it cannot replace it. So that's completely a myth. That's the first thing that I could think of.
Okay. Since we talked a lot about skincare, it's time that I do ask you about the hair care routine as well. The simple hair care routine that we can follow at home to have healthy hair.
So first of all, your hair health shows how you are eating and how healthy is your lifestyle. So you must make sure that your protein, your vitamins, your amino acid profile, everything that you're taking and good fats are in a good balanced way, because whatever you're eating is going to reflect on your skin and your hair. And then a good hair care routine starts with clean scalp, which I already mentioned. You need to know that if your scalp has dandruff or is it oily or is it dry, then you choose your products accordingly. Not one product or a shampoo which your parlor person has given will suit you. You need to know what is your scalp health and your hair health, and then you need to pick and choose the product accordingly. Then over styling your hair is absolutely a no idea. There are people who still use that iron to straighten their hair. It's just burning the hair. So you don't do that. You use heat protectant and maybe something, a hairstylist or a hairstyling equipment that you're using, then you can use that from a distance, not too close, because that will again burn the hair, but use a hair protectant. And there are people who also just air dry their hair and they are just beating up their hair with a towel. You should consider your hair very, very delicate when they're wet. So don't sleep with wet hair. Don't air dry very harshly. Use a blow dry with a minimum setting, not on a lot of heat, to just dry them gently. And then start taking some multivitamins if you're facing any hair fall. Start including some hair growth serums and vitamins which you can apply in your scalp maybe twice or thrice in a week, which will improve the hair health.
That's some really nice information out there. Uh, Dr. Geetika, if as much as I've seen your brand resonates with both men and women, so how do you see the conversation around male skincare and hair care evolving in India?
See, I think women are more educated and they tend to start taking care of themselves when it comes to skin and hair much more early in life than men. Unless men generally come either when they have acne in their teenage or when they come when their hairline has started receding, or their daughters or their wives are nudging them that you have dark circles. So the trend is shifting. I think men are getting more educated with the influence of their partners. So that is definitely getting better.
Okay. So there is one question from one of your fans out there regarding removal of mole. So she wants to know whether this mole removal uh, causes cancer or.
No, that's a very generic question. If you have a mole which you need to remove, you need to come in the clinic for the assessment of the mole. And based on the assessment, then the removal will be something that will be decided.
Okay. So since we already talked about this and this thing has come up, if you could throw some light on is skincare, wrong skincare maybe related with somewhere leading to skin cancer?
Not using sunblock makes your skin prone to skin cancer.
Okay. And like we use so many products these days. does that have any effect on the skin leading to this depth as much as cancer?
Not at all. But there are studies, there are products which have heavy fragrances or heavy metals inside, which can lead to certain issues. But for that, you need to use products which are dermatologically tested and verified. But using products which have extra fragrances or colors, that is definitely going to disrupt the hormonal balance by entering the bloodstream. So we don't suggest using, heavy products which have a lot of fragrance and a lot of, additives inside.
Okay. So, Dr. Geetika, this is one field where a lot of discussion is happening every now and then. So, with so many young doctors aspiring to branch into aesthetics in their own practice, what key advice would you give from your end to building a brand like this, maintaining credibility and not losing in the end the touch with science behind the beauty, not getting dragged away? So, what would be your advice on the upcoming doctors?
See, it's very important first to have a vision, a very, very clear vision. I had a very clear vision from the very beginning that what is it that I want to build and do. So have a very clear vision. Don't be, over impressed by anything that is going around. Understand what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are the threats, what are the opportunities that you're operating from, and then make your own life map that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to build. Is it a clinic practice or is it a cosmetology practice? Because anything that you do out of the space of joy is what is going to last forever. But it is done, if it is done out of influence or if it is done out of pressure, then it is not going to last forever, because that will reflect sooner or later. So understand your deepest passion, spend some time with yourself, and as I said, do your own SWOT analysis, your strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threat, and come up with your own vision board as to what you wish to achieve. And from there on, start working backwards and make a life path. That for this, I need to, do this course. I need to do this experience. I need to build myself like this. And that is when you will create a journey that you can fulfill.
Amazingly wonderful message out there. Normally, in the end, I ask my guest about a special message that they can give to their audience, but from you, I want you to tell me one DIY skincare remedy at home. This would be my last question to you.
So for that, very simple. Actually, I've given it out already, which is very clean and simple. Yogurt is one of my favorite ingredients. You can use a Greek yogurt, which is much more thicker and it has more prebiotics and probiotics to, help recover and repair the skin. So use a spoonful of yogurt and add a very small pinch of turmeric. We only need turmeric little bit on the face to fight the bacteria, pollution, all of that. And to that, you can add some aloe vera juice. Make sure that aloe vera gel that you add is not having that yellow tinge, because that yellow tinge can have some allergic reactions. Just mix them up all together and apply on the face. That will be cooling enough for this, hot summer we have, and also very hydrating for the skin.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Geetika, for giving your
And
precious time to us. And the things that you said today will really help out girls out there. So thank you so much for coming to our show, giving us your time and so much information about skincare and hair care. We wish you all the very best. And
thank you, Shilpa. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you for inviting.
thank you so much. So this is Dr. Shilpa Mishra signing off. But do like, subscribe, and share this video and put in the comments what you liked about this episode. And if you have any questions around skincare and hair care, I think the person is right here in front of you. Please DM her, visit her Instagram profile, and let her know how you like this episode. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you. All the best. Bye.